Hi, I'm Sean.
I'm Rhonda.
Hey, we want to talk about taking out the trash. We all have normal trash. We want to talk about what does it look like to take out the trash in your marriage.
Marital trash are the things that kind of put roadblocks. They may be triggers. They're things that hinder us in going deeper in our relationships.
And doing this is positive. It's a good thing to address problem areas.
We're saying things like, this is what it feels like to be me. This is the environment created by what just happened. It's not a you finger-pointing, blaming statement.
Yeah.
We're not saying things about the spouse. We're only unveiling ourselves.
So what is the impact of taking out the trash? So really it's saying that your perspective matters, that you matter, and the way you see things.
And it says, I want to grow with you. I want to be one with you.
And that I recognize the harmful impact that something has on you, even if I don't feel like it's harmful. Yeah.
When it affects us, we take action. But if we realize that if it happens to one of us, it absolutely affects us, and we should take action.
So if we're not taking out the trash, you get a buildup of unresolved issues, and this reshapes the character because we're looking at that person through a different lens.
These things build up on us, and these set up our miscommunications and misunderstandings.
Knowing the truth of the impact something has on our partner. Truth is going to make you free. So we don't want to be like, I don't want to know. I don't want to open that box because I don't want to have an awareness. No, having that awareness and that truth will make you free in your relationship.
Things that are smaller right now, if they're not tended to, become worse over time.
So I love the scale, rating your marriage on a scale of 0 to 100 can help you identify what's going on that makes it not a higher score. Even if it's just 1 or 2 points higher, you can ask, why is it that low, or why is it that high?
And men will a lot of times rate it higher than women. What caused you to score it like you did? What's present that's good or that shouldn't be there? Or what's missing that needs to be there?
Yeah, we may not be really connecting perfectly here, but over time, that distance is going to, as you go down the road, it's going to be more noticeable.
Right, because you're looking at the trajectory. What did you actually set your course to? When we fast forward 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, if we're not fully surrendered, we're holding that percentage back. That's like being off track, a little bit here and a little bit there.
Are we developing a tolerance for distance? Well, I'm okay with a little bit of distance. I'm okay with not being totally truthful with my spouse. That grows. It doesn't just stay where it is.
Yeah, sometimes people will say, well, what you don't know won't hurt you, and sometimes it will hurt you.
Right.
And in a marriage, we can think ignorance is bliss, but if you heard of people that maybe don't want to read their Bible because then I'd be responsible because I would know. Well, then we're responsible because we knew we should have read the Bible to find out what we're responsible for.
Well, take the concept of, one circle is he and the other circle is she, then we want to measure how much do those circles overlap. And that part that they overlap is the we part of our marriage. And we can say a person can be a healthy he or a healthy she, but are they a healthy we?
We have to care about the status of the he, she, and we to have a healthy marital relationship. So the we is the extent to which we have yielded and given ourselves to each other. Is this mutual? To what extent are we one, and what are we holding back and why? The greater our we, it builds our trust. It says, I'm there for you. And so what is needed to trust you with me? Under covenant, we have chosen and vowed to trust, to give ourselves to the other in exchange for the other. So I trust that you won't hurt or harm me, but I also trust that you will nurture and care for me.
Yeah, and if you look at the concept of having a plant, it's good that you're not pouring poison on your plant, but it's still going to die if you don't give it food and water and nutrients and light and air. We can't neglect our marriage relationship, and it's just going to grow and flourish.
Right.
It takes maintenance, and our goal is, in everything that we do, we want it to produce to the fullest potential.
Or have we settled into a status quo, stopping here and not firing on all cylinders?
Wow.
So if so, we're operating under a partial power. Think about a relationship with God. If we're like, you know what, I'm in a good place here. I don't need to grow anymore. Well, in all areas, we need to grow, and in marriage too.
That's right. So if you're not getting that ability to accelerate, right, in your and you're not getting momentum or movement that you expect should be there in your marriage, then we need to look at it. And this is making an automobile comparison, but if you've got an 8-cylinder vehicle, but it's dragging along like it's just firing on a few cylinders, we need to get a tune-up, and we need to see what's going on. It could be wasting fuel. You could be putting fuel in there, but it's not being fuel efficient.
So what makes marriage fuel efficient?
Wow.
So the tune-up, getting out the marital gunk,
Wow.
keeping all those lines clear and working like they're meant to work. Not just like, I can putter down the road a little bit. So what if I can't go 60?
Yeah, can't climb that hill.
I'll just stay local near the farm.
Right. So we want to look at, in Ephesians 5, he said the relationship between the husband and wife is like that between Christ and the church. And we know that relationship between Christ and the church is meant to be a glorious relationship. He said, Christ in you, the hope of glory. How much is our marriage then reflecting that kind of glory?
What's in heaven is holy. The Christ-church relationship is holy. But because of how holy it is, the pattern is also holy. The marriage, the physical marriage, is also a holy thing because of what it patterns after. What are we testifying to those around us by what we model in our marriage?
Love that. So how do we take out the trash? To get started, set aside time with a time limit to focus on sharing and listening well.
You can start, if you're not accustomed to doing this, with sharing in just 1 to 3 minutes each, where the listener just simply says, "Thank you for sharing."
And then pray about what you heard, and then get approval for both of you before asking a question or making a comment.
This is a great starting point. We hope that you develop your relationship and begin taking out your trash.